What does it truly mean when a woman shares her problems with you? Is she just venting? Is she looking for solutions? Or is there something deeper at play in this video? We'll unpack the deeper meaning behind her confessions, peeling back the layers to uncover what's truly at play. We'll explore how understanding her struggles, guided by timeless Stoic principles, can help you become not just a better partner, but a better man. This isn't just about relationships, it's about building emotional intelligence, strengthening connections, and practicing the art of presence. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of her needs and your role, along with actionable tips to handle these moments with wisdom and strength. Let's dive in. Number 1. She trusts you enough to be. She trusts you enough to be vulnerable. Vulnerable when a woman opens up about her struggles. It's never random. It's a profound signal of trust. Vulnerability isn't something people display lightly. It's reserved for those they feel emotionally safe with. Think about it. How often do you share your own insecurities or challenges with just anyone? It requires courage and a deep belief that the person on the other side won't use it against you or dismiss your feelings. When she chooses to share her innermost thoughts with you, she's essentially saying, "I trust you with this part of me that I don't show to the world." Epictetus once said, "We cannot control the emotions of others, but we can control how we respond to them." And this is precisely what you need to do. When she opens up, your role isn't to jump in and fix her problems, dismiss her emotions, or get overwhelmed by them. Your role is to be the steady, calming presence she can lean on, a rock amidst the storm. Let me paint a picture for you. She's had a tough day. Maybe her boss unfairly criticized her work, or she's feeling unappreciated by her team. She comes home, sits down, and begins to unload what's weighing on her heart. In that moment, you have a choice. You could default to what many people do, interrupting with advice, like "you should just quit," or saying something dismissive, like "it's not that big of a deal." Or you could choose a different approach, one rooted in Stoic principles and emotional intelligence. Instead, you take a deep breath, make eye contact, and say, "I'm here for you." That sounds incredibly frustrating. Tell me more. No advice, no judgment, just listening. This simple response does something extraordinary. It shows her that you value her feelings, that you're willing to share the emotional load she's carrying, even if just for a moment. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." In this context, being tolerant means giving her the space to express herself without judgment or interruption. Being strict with yourself means resisting the urge to immediately solve her problem or dismiss her emotions. Instead, you practice self-discipline, staying present and attentive, even when it's easier to zone out or respond with a quick fix. These moments of vulnerability are gifts, opportunities to deepen the trust and connection between you. They aren't just venting sessions, they are invitations for you to step up and be the partner she needs. And here's the beauty of it. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to fix her problems. What matters most is that she feels seen, heard, and understood. Over time, these small acts of emotional presence will transform your relationship. She'll come to know that she can rely on you, not because you have all the solutions, but because you make her feel safe, valued, and cared for. In a world where everyone seems too busy or distracted, being this kind of steady, grounded partner will set you apart in the best possible way. So the next time she opens up, take a moment to appreciate the trust she's placing in you. Respond not with solutions, but with your presence. Let your calm, empathetic demeanor be the reassurance she needs. In doing so, you'll build a relationship that thrives on trust, respect, and emotional intimacy, one that reflects the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and the enduring power of simply being there for each other. Number 2. She's seeking connection. She's seeking connection, not solutions. Solutions. Let's dive into something we often overlook: this instinct. Many of us have to fix things. It's natural, especially when you care deeply about someone. When she comes to you with a problem or something that's bothering her, your mind immediately jumps into solution mode. You start thinking, how can I solve this? What advice can I give? What action can I take to make this better? But here's the truth. Most of the time, she's not looking for a solution. She's seeking connection. She wants to feel seen and heard. When a woman shares her struggles with you, it's not an invitation to solve her life. It's an invitation to step into her emotional world and be there with her picture. She comes home after a long day and tells you she's feeling overwhelmed with balancing everything on her plate. You care, so you immediately say things like, maybe you should start saying no to things while your intentions are coming from a good place. What you might hear instead is, does he think I can't handle this? Is he dismissing how I feel? What she actually wants is for you to sit with her in her emotions, to acknowledge her feelings, and to let her know she's not alone. You might say, wow, that sounds so frustrating. I'm sorry you had to go through that today. I'm here for you. Notice the difference. You're not taking over or rushing to fix. You're simply being present. Marcus Aurelius often reminded us of the importance of focusing on what we can control in this situation. You can't control the external circumstances she's dealing with, her workload or her decisions. Those are hers to navigate. What you can control is your response. Instead of trying to manage or fix her situation, focus on being a steady, supportive presence. Now, how can you do this in practice? It starts with asking questions that show you're listening and that you value her thoughts. For example, how does that make you feel? What's the hardest part of this for you? What do you think would help the most? Right now, these questions don't take away her autonomy. They highlight it. You're not swooping in to rescue her. You're showing her that you trust her ability to handle things while also letting her know you're right there beside her. This doesn't mean you should never offer advice. There will be times when she does want your input, but the key is to listen first. Pay attention to her cues. If she's looking for solutions, she'll let you know more often than not. Though she's simply looking for someone to hold space for her emotions, to let her know that it's okay to feel what she's feeling and that she's not alone. So next time she shares something personal or difficult, resist the urge to jump in with a plan. Take a deep breath, look her in the eye and say, I'm here for you, because sometimes the best thing you can do is not to solve the problem, but to remind her that she doesn't have to face it alone. Connection is about presence, not performance. It's about showing her that no matter what she's going through, you're there, not as her fixer, but as her partner. That, my friend, is what truly strengthens a relationship. What do you think about this approach? Reflect for a moment on the times when someone simply listened to you. No advice, no fixing, just presence. How did that make you feel? Leave a comment and share your insights, or if this resonates with you, type this in the comments. Connection over solutions. Let's open up the conversation. Number 3, she values emotional safety. Safety. When a woman opens up to you about her struggles, her frustrations, or even her insecurities, she's offering you something incredibly vulnerable. She's showing you that she trusts you enough to share the parts of her life that might feel raw or even messy. This is not something to take lightly. It's a rare and beautiful sign that she feels safe with you. Think about it. How often do you confide in someone who makes you feel judged, dismissed, or misunderstood? Probably never. It's human nature to guard our emotions around people we don't trust. So if she's letting you in, it means he sees something in you, a steady presence, a safe harbor. Emotional safety is the foundation of any meaningful connection, and when she feels it with you, it's a gift worth treasuring and protecting. This is where Stoicism comes into play, specifically the practice of temperance. keeping your emotions balanced, calm and steady. It's not about suppressing what you feel, but about managing how you respond when you remain composed. Especially during emotionally charged moments, you create an atmosphere where she feels safe to express herself. Your steadiness communicates that no matter what she's going through, you're there not as someone who will judge or fix her, but as someone who truly listens and supports. Imagine she's upset about a recurring issue with a family member. Maybe her sibling keeps undermining her efforts, or her parents aren't respecting her boundaries. She finally gathers the courage to share this with you. But there's a part of her that worries. Will you think she's being too dramatic? Will you brush her feelings aside now? This is your moment to show her what emotional safety really looks like. Instead of reacting with impatience or trying to solve the problem right away, you take a deep breath, maintain your calm, and say something like, "I can understand why that would upset you. It makes sense that you'd feel this way. Thank you for trusting me enough to share it with me." What have you done here? You've validated her feelings without jumping to conclusions or solutions. You've shown her that her emotions are not a burden to you, but something you value and respect in doing so. You're reinforcing the idea that she can let her guard down with you, that she's safe to be her true self, without fear of judgment. Now let's step back and think about why this matters for you as well. Emotional stability isn't just about creating a safe space for her. It's about building something meaningful for both of you when she knows she can rely on you to stay steady, even when emotions run high. It deepens the trust between you. It shows her that you're not the kind of person who gets overwhelmed or backs away when things get tough. Instead, you're someone who meets challenges with resilience and composure, a rare quality in today's world. You can't change her family dynamics, and you can't erase the challenges she's facing, but you can control how you respond by remaining calm and present. You give her something far greater than advice. You give her the reassurance that she doesn't have to face it all alone. You're not just a sounding board, you're a partner she can lean on when things feel heavy. Remember, creating emotional safety isn't a one-time act, it's a consistent effort, and when you approach it with a calm mind and an open heart, you're not just being a good partner, you're becoming the kind of person who elevates every relationship. You're part of number 4. She's testing the depth of your character. She's testing the depth of your character. Sometimes when a woman shares her struggles, she's testing your ability to handle emotional pressure. Can you handle pressure? Can you navigate complexity? Can you stand steady in life's storms? These moments aren't just conversations. They're windows into your character. She's not looking for perfection, she's looking for presence, and how you respond says a lot about who you are and whether you're someone she can truly lean on. The Stoics understood the profound importance of composure in the face of challenges. Seneca famously said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." What does this mean for you when she brings up a sensitive topic, especially one charged with emotion? It's natural to feel an urge to react, act instantly. Maybe you feel defensive, confused, or even overwhelmed. But the key here is to pause, to resist that knee-jerk reaction. That pause is where strength lies. It's where you show her you're not just reacting, but truly listening and processing. Imagine she tells you about a mistake she made in the past, something she's ashamed of. It's raw, vulnerable, and it took courage for her to bring it up. If you respond dismissively, saying something like, "Why are you even telling me this?" Or if you react harshly, "That's really messed up." You risk making her feel judged or unsafe in that moment. She might shut down, and you'll lose the opportunity to deepen your connection. Now imagine this. Instead, you take a breath. You lean in, not just physically, but emotionally. You listen without interrupting. When she finishes, you say, "That sounds like it was really difficult for you. Thank you for trusting me enough to share that." Or maybe you ask, "How do you feel about it?" Now, has it been on your mind a lot lately? With just a few words, you create a safe space where she feels heard, respected, and valued. This is where the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius comes in. He wrote, "Be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. It stands unmoved, and the raging sea falls still around it." That's what she's looking for. Not a man who has all the answers, but one who can remain steady when the emotional waters get turbulent. The Stoic approach here isn't about suppressing your own feelings or being indifferent. It's about being steady. It's about showing her that you can face life's challenges, both yours and hers, with patience and grace. And when you embody that kind of strength, she'll not only feel safer with you, but she'll also see you as someone she can trust deeply. So the next time she opens up about something vulnerable, don't rush to respond. Take a moment to reflect. Listen, not just to her words, but to what she's really trying to share, and remember. These are the moments where your character is revealed. Handle them with patience, empathy, and strength. It's in these moments that you show her. You're not just a partner, you're a rock she can count on, no matter what life throws your way. What about you? Take a moment to reflect on this. Have you encountered a situation where you felt tested, not just in your words, but in the depth of your character? How did you respond? Share your story in the comments below, or simply type, "I choose to be steady." Like the rock, your perspective could inspire someone else navigating their own journey. Number 5, she wants to feel heard when she speaks. She's not just stringing together words for the sake of it. She's sharing her world with you, her thoughts, her feelings, her dreams, and sometimes her worries. And what she wants more than anything in those moments is to feel truly heard. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of listening where you're nodding along while your mind is already planning what to say next, or scrolling through your phone. No, she craves the kind of listening that makes her feel like, in that moment, nothing else matters but what she has to say. Think about this timeless insight from Epicus. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. The Stoics emphasized control over oneself and being present in the moment when you truly listen. You're exercising both. You're showing her that you value. She wants to feel heard, her perspective more than your urge to interject. Imagine this. She comes home after a long day and starts talking about a frustrating experience at work. Your instinct might be to jump in and offer solutions right. Instead, pause, put down your phone, turn off the TV, and just listen. Make eye contact. This small act alone shows her that she has your undivided attention. As she talks, nod or give affirming cues, like "I see what you mean," or "That must have been tough." Then, when she's done, try saying something like, "So you're feeling upset because your efforts weren't acknowledged." Right? By reflecting her feelings back in your own words, you're showing her that you not only heard her, but you also understood her. That's where the real magic happens. When you listen in this way, you create a safe space for her, a space where she feels seen, valued, and understood. And here's the beauty of it. When she feels heard, she's more likely to open up to you, trust you, and share even more of herself with you. The Stoics would remind us to focus on what's within our control. Listening is entirely within your power. You can't control her feelings or fix every problem she faces, but you can control how present you are when she needs you. So the next time she starts to share, resist the urge to multitask or rush to a solution. Take a breath, ground yourself, and be there. Because being heard isn't just a nice gesture, it's a way to show her that she truly matters to you. Number 6, she's sharing her inner world. When a woman opens up to you about her problems, it's not just about the specific issue she's addressing. She's granting you a glimpse into her inner world, her fears, her dreams, her priorities, and even how she makes sense of life's complexities. Moments like these are precious, and how you respond can set the tone for the depth of your relationship. Think of it this way. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "What harms the hive harms the bee." In the same way, understanding her inner world is essential to nurturing the connection you share her struggles, no matter how small they might seem. At first glance are often windows into deeper values and unspoken vulnerabilities. For example, let's say she's venting about a colleague who constantly interrupts her during meetings. On the surface, it might seem like a common workplace annoyance, but it's much more than that. It could signify her need for respect and acknowledgement, a core value that drives how she views herself and others. If you dismiss it as just work drama, you miss the chance to understand what really matters to her. Here's where Stoicism offers a guiding principle. Empathy. Stoics teach us to see beyond the immediate, to view situations from another person's perspective. Instead of brushing off her concerns or trying to fix the problem too quickly,